there was an assembly session that was coming up on the 24th or 25th of January. We were given to understand by reliable sources at that time that the government was intending to move some sort of a legislation to regularize these illegal constructions. And when we came to know, we immediately expressed our concern, our apprehension, and we strongly protested to the government and submitted a memorandum to the current, she's still in the chair, to Mrs. Jennifer Monserrat, who is still the Revenue Minister. In fact, one press cutting of 30th January is still there with me, where she says Comunidades will be taken into confidence over regularization of structure. He says in another press, houses on government Comunidad land not to be regularized. Issue needs to be studied, deliberated with the Comunidad components, says Jennifer. As if our worst fears came true in this session of the Assembly a few days back, when the government actually brought this bill called the Goa Bhumiputra Adhikarini Bill 2021. The bill says that anybody who has a proof of staying in this state for 30 years shall be a Bhumiputra. Anywhere in the state. Much against the law of the land, much against all the known laws existing in the state of Goa, whether it is the Code of Comunidades of 15th April 1961, or it is the Village Panchayat Act, or the Goa Municipalities Act, or the Goa Land Revenue Code 1968.
Possibilities of it getting rejected, whereas here no one knows from where they have come, when they have put up these hutments, and today you are saying they should be regularized by giving them 250 square meters. Is there any logic to this? And what right has the government to impose this on Comunidades? Comunidades are autonomous bodies. We have our own managing committees. We are the owners of the lands. How can you impose such arbitrary legislation on the Comunidad? You are the other day there was a video floating where the CM is showing Form 1 and 14, saying that there are so many people in the other rights column. They should be given their rights in the government lands. Give their rights to the government land. Do these hutments have got power? They are named in the Form 1 and 14. Why are you comparing those other people who have other rights to the people who have hutments? You cannot just put all in the same scale. Mobin Gudino has also brought out an amendment in the Panchayat Raj Act where he has where they are going to issue house numbers to all the illegal construction. Now we are objecting to that also. How can you issue house numbers to illegal construction? Now his defense is what? That they will not be considered legal, but it is only for revenue purpose. But each house, how much tax you will impose on them? How much tax is allowed? 50 rupees, 100 rupees tax per year. So this is not this is a gimmick just to bring them in the ambit of being legal, because they already have water connections, they have electric connections. Now these also have not been given by the Comunidades. They may be settled in Comunidad land. They go to the health department. Health department has got a particular section under the Health Act. Migrants who are illegally occupying and who have encroached into other people's land, how can encroachers and illegal squatters be regularized? We have never heard of this such law anywhere in the country. This is another Supreme Court judgment. This was of 2011. It was between one Jagpal Singh and others versus State of Punjab. But the order is directions issued in that order is very important, which says that they dismissed the appeal But they said that illegal structures should not be allowed anywhere. And they said that a scheme should provide for speedy eviction of all illegal occupants, giving him a show cause notice and a brief hearing. Long duration of such illegal occupation or huge expenditure in making construction thereon or political connections must not be treated as a justification for condoning this illegal act or for regularizing the illegal possession. Now it also says regularization should only be permitted in exceptional cases. This order was sent to all the chief secretaries of all the union territories and states, where they should ensure strict and prompt compliance of this order. And normally when a case is disposed, the case is disposed, but in this case a separate hearing was kept for compliance by the states. And our state, by the chief secretary, gave an affidavit that we have got sufficient laws to protect our lands. One they have named is the Goa Panchayat Raj Act 1994, which says under section 159 of the act, it is enough to protect the structures. Then they also say that about the Code of Comunidades, where there are provisions in the Code of Comunidades to demolish illegal structures and to evict encroachers.
If at all there are illegal constructions, illegal slum colonies and things like that, the government needs to gather data, needs to study this situation, and progressive legislations like redevelopment, resettlement have to be done with taking all the stakeholders into confidence, if at all, and bring a legislation which is in the nature of a land reform and not these symptomatic legislations which serve no one and do more damage than harm. So today in one voice we appeal to the government and the Honorable Chief Minister to please take back this legislation. By merely changing that word, it is not going to help. We from the Comunidades demand that this legislation be immediately withdrawn. And secondly, we want to have all the data